that stop button will not restart the pump. So when it's on stop, you have to do something. You're stopping it to do something, typically to the pump. Like maybe you got a new order and you want to go up here and hit adjust rate, and you want to put the rate up now to 70 because you got a new order. That's how you would do it. You would stop the pump to do that. To find that intermittent mode, so let's say you get a new pump on, and I'm going to teach Central Supply this so that they put it in there automatically for you, but I want you to know how to do it, because to set the volume to be delivered, you have to go into more options, right here, more options, third button, and it says clear total volumes. That is if at the end of every shift you clear your total volumes, or when you hang a new bottle up. Do you do that? Because if you do, you'll go into more options. It's highlighted, you hit select, and now it's gonna clear everything that was fed and flushed up to this point. So I would clear it. Now I'm back to 0. If I scroll down, that's view history. That's for Olga, I'm gonna show you that. Intermittent mode is on. To set the volume to be delivered, you must have the intermittent mode on, and it reverts to 1 feed. So that's the only thing that's really different from your current pump. The volume to be delivered was on the front screen, and now to set it, you have to go into more options and highlight it by scrolling down. You highlight what you want by scrolling down, and it comes in on off. You have to turn it to on by selecting.
So I have a question.
Yes.
So every time nurse hangs a new bag, like each day, so you have to reset the new rate and everything?
No. Hit keep settings.
It just keeps settings.
Hit keep settings. But if you clear total volumes, and some places don't. I go into a lot of long-term care facilities where I'll see 20,000 was fed, 10,000 was flushed. But do you clear those volumes out every shift or not? You might not clear them out.
We do.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, to clear out those volumes every day, you go in under, while it's running, you go in under stop, go under more options. It's highlighted, clear total volumes. You hit select, and then you clear it. That gets rid of the volumes. It does not change your settings,
Okay.
because when you turned the pump on today, you hit the button for keep settings. All this is doing is clearing out the volumes that were fed yesterday, okay? And you're starting over with 0 again.
So when the CNA turn the patient, they usually put it on hold. So which button do they have to press?
They can hit the stop button as long as they know to turn it back on. So it's running. So, you know, it's on the resident. Here we go. I'm the CNA. I want to change positions on the resident. You can hit the stop button. It's stopped for now. So now I'm going to take that couple minutes, going to roll them over and whatever. What you do have to remember to hit start again, but you have to do that with the current pump.
Is there an alarm on this one? 'Cause
It
there's an
is.
alarm.
After
Okay,
10
good.
minutes, it will alarm.
Okay, perfect.
And the other thing that's a big enhancement with this pump, like I said, there's a lot of color going on here. You know, you'll learn if it's on pause, you have a brown screen. If I use the pause button, you get a brown screen, and you'll learn the colors. When it's feeding, you know, you've got this green up here, but also it just tells you things like if the food bag's empty. I mean, it literally tells you that feeding bag empty. Yes, I know we can look up and see it, but you know, we're busy and whatever, and you hear an alarm going off and it'll tell you that. At the end of the feeding, it'll tell you feed complete, and it'll actually populate feed complete, and then the flush now button will be at the top, because some folks like to flush now after the feed is done, okay? This pump will not automatically flush when your feeding is done. If you want to flush that food through your G-tube, you need to manually do that. And you'll remember that because the flush now button is there to remind you. We call them blockages, and a lot of times I'll get a call, I've got an occlusion alarm, but it's really says blockage on here because somewhere between here